So good afternoon. This is the demo for Sprint 6 of the SearchWorks 3.3 Fall 2018 work cycle, and I'm Sarah Seastone, and serving as the product owner for the sprint. Other members of the team include Jesse Keck as developer and the technical lead, Alyssa Hafley as the scrum master, Jennifer Vine as designer, Camille Villa, Chris Beer, Drew Winjet, Jack Reed, and Shelley Joljak as developers. And Cam Chan is our operations liaison. In this work cycle, we're addressing high priority enhancements to the SearchWorks application and continuing to improve the performance of SearchWorks from the user point of view, release a system status and performance dashboard, and address some long-standing and high priority bug reports and feature requests from user feedback. In today's demo, we're going to do things a little bit differently than our regular weekly work sprint demo. We've spent a good portion of our time, we'll be spending a good portion of our time walking through the features of the new system status dashboard. The new system status dashboard has been covered periodically in our weekly demos, but today we hope to walk you through a broad overview of the page and discuss its many features, give you some tips on how to use it as effectively as possible, and talk a bit about what it doesn't do. So, some goals for the system status dashboard. These are problems that we're trying to solve and how we think the dashboard solves them a bit. So SearchWorks is arguably the core online service that Sewell provides, used by faculty, students, staff, and the public to discover and get access to Sewell's vast resources. With the system status dashboard, there's now a place for a user to go to gain quick information on the current status of SearchWorks and its related applications. Using automated system indicators and health checks, the dashboard will display issues or outages as they are happening. So previously, a DLSS staff member would need to spend valuable time writing a tweet or sending an email or pushing information out. This allows the user just to go to the system status dashboard and see a little bit about what might be up. It also gives the user insight into current and past incidents and performance by displaying some performance graphs that we'll go through in just a minute. And those performance graphs are coming from key systems that are that sit on top of and are part of SearchWorks. You'll also see there's also a spot for the Twitter feed that has been a part of system status in the past, and also a new one, a new Twitter feed that is for Sewell resources, e-resources. So with that introduction, let's go through a little bit what the dashboard looks like. So I'm showing it right here, have been for a bit now. The page is titled System Status, and you'll see that the very first thing on the screen is a global status indicator for SearchWorks itself. So right now, SearchWorks is up, which is great. And that status, that global status indicator is we're focusing on for now because much of the system status page is SearchWorks related. Then we've got a current service status, some indicators for the current service statuses. You'll see first SearchWorks is listed. If there were something wrong with SearchWorks right now, there would be a red circle with an outage, indicating an outage here, and also in the global indicator up here. After that, we've got other systems that are coming off of SearchWorks. Things like Articles Plus, the requests application, the SDR embedded content, live lookup availability that's going into this Symphony system, and the OCLC citation service. Those are all directly SearchWorks related. Closely related, though, is the library website and the library hours database. So this is a snapshot right now of what is happening on these systems. And it's a snapshot that's given directly, but based on these health checks and automated systems checks that are happening now. If we're in a maintenance window or if there are issues, you'd see different icons. Yellow triangle for there might be an issue, and a red circle for things are down or out. There's also, for our scheduled maintenance windows, there's an indicator that looks a bit like tools. So this section here, the current service status, is giving, using those automated systems, a snapshot of what is happening right now in those systems. A little further down the page, we have incidents. You'll see two Twitter feedback accounts. First for library systems, and that is the one that is displaying. And the second for databases and e-resources. In the past, we've had just one Sewell Systems status Twitter feed, and it gets used, it's been used in the past for both of these indications, when there's been a systems outage, or when there has been a report of a database that's been down, or planned maintenance for those databases. And the decision was made at one point to split those two out so that we can focus on one or the other. And then in the system status page to toggle, the ability to toggle between one or the other. So there's a library system status. You can see that we had a little issue with EBSCO on November 1st, or the EBSCO Articles Plus service. On the other side of things, the databases and e-resources, we can see that the eBook Central will be unavailable, or it was unavailable, it looked like, on October 27th. So a little bit of focusing of these Twitter feeds from this status dashboard. Further down the page, we see some performance metrics, and this is to get a little bit at that desire or that goal to see a history or a performance of SearchWorks over time. The graphs, there's some explanatory text that should tell you that the graphs show response times of the application and over time, 6 hours or 3 days, or what's been happening over 30 days. So some time lapse so that you can see when we've had issues or slowness with the application, or an indicator of that things have been working relatively normal. That's also true for, so this first one here is performance. This is of the Solar Index. This is for Articles Plus. And these graphs are coming directly from systems, from New Relic. So this is used by the developers as they monitor the systems. And so what it does is it's our best opportunity to show the user over time what has been going on and what has been happening in these different systems. Further down, we see just a short footer that helps you get to the SearchWorks feedback link and or the library website feedback. If you are indicating or if you're seeing an issue that doesn't seem to be indicated here in one of these, in the global status indicator or in one of these service statuses, you could certainly get all the way down to the page, look and see, is there anything indicating that maybe SearchWorks is having a hard time responding? Maybe one of these graphs has really jumped up high. Or maybe just in the last, this is an hourly view, so you're seeing it kind of creep up, and then it jumps. It could be that you could send then a SearchWorks feedback. At the top of the page, if you're just interested in getting to those incidents or interested in the performance graphs, you certainly can jump there. This page now has sort of taken, well, we'd like to highlight this page as the space to go for system status. Many of you might have been familiar with this older page, check system status. And you'll see right now that we've pulled this from a test view. This is what we used to do. And it's been a bit of a static page and really is just showing the tweets. So we feel like this is a huge increase in information and opportunity for you to gain some more information. So this old system status page has been put to bed. And now this is our system status page that will be used primarily by the library. You can see that its emphasis is on the SearchWorks and the SearchWorks systems. Library website is here and library hours, and we look forward to the opportunity to bring other service statuses into this space as we iterate on this a little bit in the coming months and year. A huge thank you to the team that has been working on this dashboard for many, many months now. Jennifer Vine as the designer, Camille Villa, Drew Winget, Jack Reed, and Jesse Keck as the key developers, and Cam Chan in our operations group have really made this possible. So a huge thank you to them. And that is the system status page as we know it today. Oh, I forgot to take you through the list of where that you can get to this page. So for now, this page is linked in many, many spots, but I'll show you just a couple of them. If you just go to SearchWorks, no, don't Google that, just go to SearchWorks instead. This is what happens. You can see this, I believe, in the library services. Down here, there's a SearchWorks status dashboard link. Down in the footer, there is a SearchWorks status link. On the library website, in that footer as well, I won't take you through all of them, but it does sit on the library website. It sits in the SearchWorks feedback link. So if I go back up to the screen, to the top of the screen, and if I were to click on the feedback, there's a link to system status here. So you see we've tried to place this in as many spots as possible. In the short future, we hope to link it to error pages that you might see if you clicked on something and you can't get to a resource. So those are often called the kind of 500 pages or any time that you would expect to get someplace and you're interrupted. We're hoping to place the system status link in those error pages as well in the coming weeks. So I'm going to look around at the team to see if I've forgotten anything. And I'm seeing some nods. So again, a big thank you to the team. And we look forward to your feedback on the system status page.